Good morning, everybody. So far we have already covered all kinds of parts of speech. What is a word? What is a sentence? Everything you know about the basic things. Now, from this video onwards, we are going to see the tenses. Okay, we'll start with present tense. So first of all, let us see the definition of simple present tense. We use simple present tense when an action is happening right now, or it happens regularly or frequently. It is also called as indefinite present tense. Okay, what do I mean by that? Whenever the situation is happening right now, okay, it is just started happening, or it happens frequently. When I give you some examples, you will come to know in detail about this, and you will understand in more depth. Okay, here we use this formula. Okay, that I have broken down all the tenses into formulas, so you need to remember only the formulas so that you will be very much clear what you need to use in which particular sentence, in which particular tense. Okay, for example, in simple present tense, the structure of the sentence is subject, first shape of the verb, and object. You have already seen there are three different parts of verbs: first shape of the verb, second shape of the verb, and third shape of the verb. We can call it as three forms of the verb. Okay, so we are using first shape of the verb in simple present tense, and we are using the subject, and we are having an object. So if I have to give you an example with the singular subject on plural subjects, let us look at that. In singular subject, we have I, you, he, she, it. These are the pronouns. Okay, so these being pronouns. On the contrary, if I have to look at the plural subjects, the plural of I and you becomes we and you. Okay, I, we, you. For he, she, it, the plural subject becomes they. Okay, so now look at this. The formula says here we don't use any helping verb and use only first shape of the verb. Okay, S plus V1 plus O. So the structure of sentence remains the same. In this particular tense, simple present tense, we are not using any helping verbs. Here we don't use any helping verb and use only first shape of the verb, and add S to the verb ending with consonant and ES to the verb ending with vowel against he, she, it. Okay, replace Y with I and add ES to the verb. It is not true to all the words, all the verbs. Okay, there are some of the verbs like cry, CRY cry, that ends with Y. So for that you need to use CRIES. So replace Y with I and add ES to the verb. Cry, try. Okay, there are some verbs which ends with Y, and there are some verbs which ends with other letters. Even if some of the verbs which are ending with Y, you need not have to you need not have to replace that Y. Okay, when you write down all the three different parts of the verbs and start using them in the tenses, you'll get more clarity on this. Let's see some of the examples. Harman plays a guitar. Okay, this is a form of simple present tense. Harman is a subject, plays. Okay, Play, play is a first shape of the verb. Okay, and now we are using S at in front of he, she, it. Harman is girl, so it becomes she. So she is. Okay, we are using S in front of the verb. Harman plays a guitar. If I have to use the same sentence for using I, if I replace this subject with I, then what it will become? I play a guitar. Then we don't use S here. We play a guitar. You play a guitar. He plays a guitar. She plays a guitar. It plays a guitar. They play a guitar. Okay, so S or IS comes in only in front of he, she, it. Okay, so you need to be really careful about this. Next, Smita goes to school. Subject is Smita, goes, again go. See, if this word go ends with vowel, E-E-I-O-U. This is one of the vowels. Okay, there are 5 vowels in English. So this is one of the vowels, and that's why we are adding es at the end of the verb. So Smita goes to school. Even if, again in this case also, if I have to use this sentence with other, Smita is she. Okay, so we need to add yes or es only when we are the noun or the pronoun is he, she, it. Okay, s and es cannot be added in front of I, we, you or they. Please remember this. Nihal tries to jump. Again, Nihal is a boy and the pronoun of Nihal is he. That's why we are using TRIES. TRY, try, and hence we are replacing Y with I and adding ES. Tries to jump. Okay, so the structure of sentence remains the same. Nihal is a subject, tries is a first of the verb, and jump is an object. Let us see some more examples of present tense. I eat a banana. Here subject is I, eat is the first shape of the verb, and banana is an object. Okay, I can't say I eats a banana here. Okay, we shouldn't say like that. If I want to change this sentence to he or it, okay, cow becomes it. Okay, that's our pet. So cow eats a banana. I is a subject, eat is a V1, that means first shape of the verb, and banana is an object. Next, we play football. The structure of the sentence goes like this. We is a subject here, play is a V1, first shape of the verb, and football is an object. Kite flies high in the sky. Kite is a thing. That's why the pronoun of kite is it. Okay, FLY, fly. It ends with Y, and that's why we are replacing Y with I and adding ES. It is a pronoun for kite. Okay, and hence we are replacing Y and adding ES to the verb. Kite flies high in the sky. So the structure of the sentence remains. Kite is a subject, flies is a first shape of the verb, and in the sky is an object. Okay, so I and my friend usually sing a song together. In this sentence, I and my friend, it's a plural. Okay, till here there were singular subjects. Now in this case we have taken plural subjects. I and my friend means it is 2 people. Okay, so we, the pronoun of I and my friend both put together becomes we. Okay, sing is a verb here. A song is an object. Okay, so let us see. I and my friend, S. Sing is a V1, first shape of the verb, and a song is a object. My grandmother lives in Vijaypur. My grandmother is a she. Okay, so LIVES, we have added S in front of this verb here. In Vijaypur. Okay, so the structure of the sentence is like this. Okay, so this is going to be your 5th assignment. Break down the given sentences and write the formula of simple present tense below them. Write down 10 sentences of your own in simple present tense and repeat the first step. Okay, in this below this video I'll give you the 10 sentences for which you need to break it down into the structure of the sentences and write down S plus V1 plus O. Okay, you need to identify which is the subject, which is the first shape of the verb, and which is an object. Okay, do it like that. And first of all, you need to break down the given 10 sentences, and after that you need to write your own 10 sentences and then break down the structure of the sentence. Now I'm proceeding further for the next tense. This is present continuous tense. It is very, very simple. Okay, there is nothing difficult in this. That's why you don't need to worry about, okay, it's going to be tough like that. Again, we need to remember the formula here. In the simple present tense, we use formula S plus V1 plus O, correct? In the present continuous tense, we are going to use S plus HV, means helping verb, plus V1 plus ing. We need to add ing to the first shape of the verb here, and O. Okay, let us see the definition. Here we use is, am, and are helping verbs. Okay, in present continuous tense, we use is, am, and are helping verbs and add ing to the first shape of the verb. Very simple, right? So we use only 3 helping verbs here. Now we need to understand where we are going to use is and am and are. Okay, adding ing to the first shape of the verb is going to remain constant. So let us see. Again, singular subject and plural subject. So we need to remember is, am, are, where we have to use is and where we have to use am. Okay, like that. So here, I am, we are, you are, you are, he is, she is, it is, they are. You need to remember this chart and keep adding ing to the first shape of the verb. That's it. All of your simple present tense sentences can be converted into present continuous tense. It's very, very simple. Okay, so remember this table. In front of I, we need to use helping verb am. In front of we, you, we need to use are, and also in front of they, we need to use are. In front of he, she, it, we need to use is. Okay, let us see with some examples. Examples of present continuous tense. I am eating a banana. Okay, I am using helping verb am and adding ing to the first shape of the verb. A banana is an object. Okay, subject, am is a helping verb, b1 plus ing, eat is a first shape of the verb, and adding ing to the first shape of the verb. That's why the formula looks like this. The sentence formation goes like this. We are playing a football. Okay, here in front of we have to use are. Okay, are is a helping verb here. Play is a first shape of the verb, and hence we are adding ing to it. Okay, a football is an object. Kite is flying high in the sky. Kite is a subject, is. Kite becomes it. It's a thing, right? So we are using, you have seen the table a while ago. So we are using is. Flying high. Fly is a first shape of the verb, and hence we are adding ing to it. Okay, high in the sky. Okay, in the sky becomes an object. So I and my friend are singing a song together. I and my friend becomes we. This is a plural subject. That's why subject is I and my friend are. In front of we have to use are as a helping verb. Okay, that's why we are using are here. And sing is a first shape of the verb, and we are adding ing to the first shape of the verb. And a song becomes an object here. My grandmother is living in Vijaypur. Okay, so in this sentence, my grandmother becomes subject is. Grandmother is she. The pronoun of grandmother is she. That's why we are using a helping verb is, and live, L-I-V-E, live. Okay, A-E-I-O-U. So just we are replacing E with ing. We are adding ing to the first shape of the verb. And finally, in Vijaypur becomes an object here. Okay, so you need to break down all of your sentences like this only. So exercise, let's see some of the examples. He drinks a tea. Okay, so this is simple present tense. Now if I have to convert this sentence into present continuous tense, it becomes he is drinking a tea. Second sentence, I get up every day at 5 o'clock. Okay, I'm getting up every day at 5 o'clock. Sun rises in the east. Sun is rising in the east. Fortune favors the brave. Fortune is favoring the brave. There she goes. There she is going. The match starts at 9 o'clock. The match is starting at 9 o'clock. The train leaves at 5:20 a.m. The train is leaving at 5:20 a.m. When does the coffee house reopen? This is a question. But I have to tell this in present continuous tense. So, when do the coffee house is going to reopen? We need to make a little bit changes here. Okay. So the sixth assignment will be write 50 words in 3 different forms and add ing to the first shape of the verb. Just like when you are doing an exercise for writing 3 different forms of verbs with respect to the parts of when we had gone through the parts of speech. Okay. So different forms of verb. You need to write 50 verbs and all the 3 forms of it and add ing to the first shape of the verb. Only to the first shape of the verb. Okay. And then write 10 sentences of simple present tense and convert them into present continuous tense. It's very simple. Okay. First you need to write 10 sentences of simple present tense. Okay. And then convert them into present continuous tense. Okay. I don't want you to use the same sentences which you had used in your last assignment. So write down the fresh simple present tense sentences and then convert them into present continuous tense. So in this video, we are going to look at present perfect tense. What is present perfect tense and how the sentence structure is going to look like, and then what is the formula look like. Okay. So the formula is subject plus helping verb plus V3 in the present perfect tense. Not only in the present perfect tense, in any of the tenses, be it present tense, past tense or future tense. Wherever the sentence has to be told in the perfect tense, we have to use third shape of the verb. Remember this. Okay. And finally, we use object. Let's see the definition of it. Here we use has and have helping verbs and use third shape of the verb. Okay, please remember this. You just need to remember what are the different helping verbs we should use and which shape of the verb we have to use in that particular tense. If you remember this, your work is done. Okay, let's see them with an example. Singular subject and plural subject. First, let's see which of the helping verb has to be used with what kind of noun or pronoun. Okay, we have to use I have, we have, you have, you have, he has, she has, it has, they have. Only in front of he, she, it, we have to use has. Just like in the present continuous tense, we were using is with he, she, it, he, she's, it is. Okay. Similarly, here we have to use he has, she has, it has. Rest all we have to use have. Okay. There in the present continuous tense, we were using I am. We are, you are, you are, they are. Correct? This is the only difference between the simple present tense and present perfect tense. Sorry, this is the only difference between the present continuous tense and present perfect tense. In present continuous tense also we were using helping verbs. In present perfect tense also we are using helping verbs. In present continuous tense we were using helping verbs is, am, are. In present perfect tense we are using helping verbs has and have. Okay. Now let's see with some of the examples. I eat banana is a simple present tense. If I divide, I eat banana. S plus V1 plus O, simple present tense. Correct? Now, if I want to convert this into present continuous tense, how it looks like? I am eating a banana. Now I'm using am here. Okay? So, S plus HV, helping verb is am. Eat is the first shape of the verb. That's why I'm adding ing to make it present continuous tense. and banana remains the same. Okay, subject and object remains the same. You need to remember what is going to change in the verb and object. So please take care of these two things. Rest of the things will be taken care by themselves. So now if I have to convert the same sentence to present perfect tense, how it looks like. Let's see. I have eaten a banana. Okay. So if I have to divide this like this, then I becomes the subject. Again, the object remains the same. Subject and the object remaining the same. Now, in the present perfect tense, we are using helping verb has and have, I said. Okay. We are using has only in front of he, she, it. That's why in the rest of the pronouns, we are using have. Okay. That's why I'm using I have, we have, you have, he has, she has, it has, they have. Okay. So in front of I, we have to use have. So we are using have as a helping verb here, and eat, ate, eaten. Okay. So we are using third step of the verb here to make it present perfect tense. Okay. Very simple, right? Similarly, let us see one more example. He drinks a tea. This is again in simple present tense. So subject, verb, and object. This is again in the first step of the verb. Subject and object remains the constant. That's why the formula here is S plus V1 plus O. So this is a form of simple present tense. Now if I want to convert the same sentence in present continuous tense, how it looks like? He is drinking a tea. Again, subject and object. He is a subject, a tea is an object. In this sentence, he is drinking a tea. We are subject and object remains the same, but we are using is as helping verb to make it in convert this simple present tense in present continuous tense and adding ing to the first step of the verb. Okay. If I have to convert the same sentence to the present perfect tense, in that case, again, the subject, he has drunk a tea. Okay. Drink, drank, drunk. This becomes third step of the verb. Okay. So now let's see. Subject and object are remaining the same. Only the thing which is changing is helping verb. Has. We are using he has drunk. Drunk is the third step of the verb of drink. Drink, drank, drunk. That's why we are using third step of the verb. So the formula for present perfect tense is S plus HV plus V3 plus O. Okay. So please remember this. If you remember what helping verb we have to use in present tense, present perfect tense, and which shape of the verb we should use while we have to say a sentence in perfect tense, it's done. Okay. So now we are going to look at present perfect continuous tense. Before proceeding further, I would like to know if there is any doubt. Do you guys have any doubts with respect to the previous examples or previous tenses? Anybody has any doubts? Ketan?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any doubt, Ketan?
Sir, he have eaten a banana is past tense.
Which one?
I have eaten a banana. Eaten a banana.
Correct. I have eaten a banana is the right sentence.
It's a past tense.
Who said?
I think.
No, it's wrong. You are thinking wrong. Okay. I have eaten a banana. You are using have as a helping verb. That's why it's present perfect tense. Okay. That means you have just eaten a banana. Don't get confused. Okay. You are saying it. You are eating it. You have just finished it. I have eaten a banana. If your mom asks, okay, have you eaten a banana? Yes, I have eaten a banana. Just now you said it. Okay. It's still in the process. Don't get confused with, okay, the process has completed. That's why I have to call it in the past tense. Try to understand. That's why English is a monkey language. Okay. You need to understand this. Here, based on the helping verbs, you need to identify in which sentence it is being we are talking. Okay. A person is talking about, I was eating a banana. Okay. Instead of that, I have Eaten a banana, you said, right? So I had eaten a banana. If you use had, then it becomes past tense. Okay? Don't think about the past tense right now. Please focus on the present tense. Only remember what you need to remember for the present tense right now. Otherwise, you'll get confused, Ketan. Did I answer your question, Ketan?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Don't worry. Okay, you'll get to know each and everything. First of all, focus on how the process is looking like. Don't even imagine about that. I have eaten a banana. That means the process has completed. You are saying the process has completed, but it has completed just now. That's why it has not yet been a past. It is still in present. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now we are going to look at present perfect continuous tense. The formula of present perfect continuous tense looks like S plus HV plus V1 plus ing plus O. Wherever we have to talk in continuous, we have to use first shape of the verb and add ing to the first shape of the verb. Okay? Please remember this. And adding ing goes only with the first shape of the verb. You can't add ing to the second shape of the verb or third shape of the verb. Okay? So you have to add ing only to the first shape of the verb, and wherever it is continuous tense, be it in present continuous tense, past continuous tense, or future continuous tense. Remember this always. Okay? Let's see the definition. Here we use has been and have been helping verbs and add ing to the first shape of the verb. Okay? Again, the sentence says there are only two helping verbs we are using, has been and have been, and we are adding ing to the first shape of the verb. That's it. Okay? Let's see where to use has been and where to use have been. Just a while ago, in our last video, we have seen we were using in the present perfect tense, we were using has and have as a helping verb, correct? Here we are adding only been. That's the only extra thing we are adding to make it continuous. Okay? Exactly like present perfect tense. In the present perfect tense, we were using I have, we have, you have, he has, she has, it has, they have. Everything remains the same. We have to add been in front of everything. That's it. Okay? If you remember present perfect tense, you will remember present perfect continuous tense also. The only thing is, in the present perfect tense, we were using third shape of the verb because it was a perfect tense. And in the present perfect continuous tense, it is continuous. That's why we are using first shape of the verb and adding ing to it. That's it. Okay? Let's see some of the examples. I eat a banana again. Okay? I eat a banana. The same sentence. Let's break it down. Subject, verb, object. Okay? S plus V1 plus O equals to simple present tense. This formula is of simple present tense. I am eating a banana. Break down the sentence. S plus HV plus V1 plus O. Helping verb is am. Adding ing to the first shape of the verb. Object. S plus HV plus V1 plus ing plus O. Present continuous tense. I have eaten a banana. Let's break the sentence again. S plus HV plus V3 plus O. Subject and object are remaining same in all the sentences. Only the things which are changing, either we are not using helping verb in the simple tense, simple present tense, or we are using different helping verbs in the present continuous and present perfect tense. Okay? Now, in the continuous, we are using ing, and in the perfect tense, we are using V3, third shape of the verb. Okay? Now, look at the interesting thing here. This sentence, we are converting it into present perfect continuous tense. Break it down. He, subject, a tea is an object. Helping verb, has been. Drinking, drink, is a V1, we are using ing to the first shape of the verb. So the formula for present perfect continuous tense looks like subject plus helping verb plus adding ing to the first shape of the verb plus object. So this is present perfect continuous tense. Okay, so let's see the different things here. Subject and object remains the same. Verb is eat. Okay, to change it into present continuous tense, we have to use helping verb, either is, am, are. Okay, so I, in front of I, we have to use am. Remember that table. And add ing to the first shape of the verb because it is in continuous tense. Okay, C is coming here. Present continuous tense. Here also it is C. Okay, that's why we are using the same thing. Adding ing to the first shape of the verb. Okay, and in the present perfect tense, we are using third shape of the verb. And helping verbs, we are using have. Okay, have. Third shape will be used only in perfect tense, nowhere else. I'm repeating again. Third shape of the verb will be used only in perfect tense, and ing will be used only with the first shape of the verb, that too only during the continuous tense, be it a present continuous or be it present perfect continuous. Okay, or in any of the continuous tenses. Okay, now let's see the whole present tense at a glance. This table should make you very clear about each of the things, each and everything about the present tense. Present tense, simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. If you remember this table, then you are not going to make any mistakes with respect to the tenses, with respect to present tense for the rest of your life. Okay, just take a look at this. Simple present tense, helping verbs. Are we using any helping verbs? No, we are not using any helping verbs. Are we using which shape of the verb we are using in the simple present tense? We are using first shape of the verb. Are we adding ing to the first shape of the verb? No, we are not adding any first shape of the verb here. Okay, so in present continuous tense, the formula is s plus hv plus v1 plus ing plus o. Okay, so here we are using helping verbs. Which are the helping verbs we are using in present continuous tense? We are using helping verbs as is, am, are, and we are using first shape of the verb and adding ing to the first shape of the verb. Okay, in the present perfect tense, the formula is s plus hv plus v3 plus o. Okay, that means no ing, no adding ing. That's why this cell is blank here. We are using has and have helping verbs and use v3, third shape of the verbs, to make it in present perfect tense. Present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense. The formula goes like s plus hv plus v1 plus ing plus o. Why? Because this is continuous. That's why we are using v1 and ing. Remember this. In the perfect tense, we were using has and have as a helping verb. Since it is a present perfect continuous, perfect has and have, perfect continuous has been and have been. This is the only difference. Okay, remember this. Since it is continuous, we are using v1 plus ing. Okay, that's it. Very simple. If you remember this entire table, if you have this table in front of you, you will make no mistake in present tense. Okay, write 10 sentences of simple present tense and convert them into present continuous tense, present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense. Share the assignment with your accountability partner and get the feedbacks.